Welcome to the first tutorial of 5 that teaches you how to use different Google programs. This one is going to focus on the Google Sites, where you can create a website. The first thing you're going to want to do, if you haven't done so already, is get a Google account. If you have a Google account and have already logged in, you can look to the upper right hand over here and you will see your name and your email address. If you have not had a Google account or you're not logged in, you'll see either create an account or sign in the upper right hand corner. You're going to want to pause the video until you sign in and then come back. If we're all set and ready to go, what you're going to want to look for is at the top you'll see some different and one of the most used Google programs. We're going to go to the Sites, which is under More, and then all the way to the bottom under Even More. You'll get to a page now that has most, if not all, of the Google Sites and Google programs that you can use. You're going to go down to under Home and Office, and right here is the Google Sites webpage. If you have created a site before, all the sites that you've created before will be listed here on this initial Google Sites page. As you can see, we have created one called Words with Friends. That site will be listed there, but we can still create other sites in addition to this one. On the side, you'll see the button Create, and you're going to want to click that, and we will do that in order to create our site. This page is going to be the main page to create your site. It's the template page, and basically what we want to do is come up with a template for your web page. Most of the ones that you see here are the basic designs. Let's say we wanted to create one for your sports team. You could use the soccer team page, and if you just put your mouse over that, you will see, or should see, it's not happening, but you should see something that comes up with a little explanation of it. There it is. It says soccer team, and you can read that information. That will happen for all of those sites. Now let's say these sites are not, these templates are not good enough for your site. We can go over here to the Browse More, and we will look at the gallery of templates that they have. That's what we're going to do. And then they'll have a collection, and they're organized into different subtitles. We're going to go down to the Schools and Education because we're going to create a site today for a classroom. And the classroom site we're going to use is going to be the Classroom Corkboard. Feel free to pick any site on yours, and most of the stuff that you're going to do is basically the same things with a few tweaks here or there. Once you've selected your template, you can preview that template. Click the preview and it'll show you what your site will look like. This is just a generic version, and you can change everything on here. We're going to actually use this template, so we're going to click Use Template, and it will take us back to that main page now where we will name our site and some of the other details. We're going to call this the Classroom 215HS, and that'll be the name of our site. That'll show up at the top page of our website, and it is also the URL for our site. If you look here, you can change the URL to something specific, but keep in mind that the more generic your site is, let's say Mr. Smith's Classroom, the less likely it is going to be available to you. Now you can search around under select a theme or more options. However, all that stuff is also able to be changed once you make your site. We're going to type in the code here at the bottom, and then we are on our way to creating our site. Okay, now it is loading our site. We have been created. You see the title up here in the upper left, Classroom 215HS. We have a couple different components. You have the background image. Then we have our side bar over here on the left, and this is where all of our navigation is going to be. You can see the different parts of their site, and if I click on these different links, it will show us different pages as part of our website. The toolbar, the sidebar, excuse me, will be the same on every single page that we go to. On the right is what's going to change, and here at the home, as you can see, we have a stuff of interest little section. We have a Google Calendar, which will be one of our other tutorials. We'll show you how to make a new Google Calendar, and we will actually put it in here. And then there's that home message. And those are just the main sites and the main components of our website. Now the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to edit this front page. In this home page, we're going to put a little welcome message. And if you look at the mouse, we're going to go up to the upper right, and this pen looking thing says edit page. We are going to click that. Now it will come up as basically a text editor, similar to your Word. Basically what we can do is type in whatever we want. So we'll say, welcome, students. And type them a little message for when they get to the site. And once I have completed that, I will go up to the top and hit save. After you do everything, you're always going to want to hit save just to make sure. And you will know that it's been saved because up here at the top it says your changes have been saved. So now we know that that will always be there, and we're good to go there. Now let's say I wanted to make that a different color. If you look at all of these options here across the top, it's like your basic your basic word processing software, and you can edit pretty much anything from changing the font size, color, bold, italic, all of that stuff. You can also add links by clicking the link button, and we're going to do a little bit of that later, so we'll let that go for now. And you can also do anything from a little more in-depth text editing, including inserting tables and changing columns and all that stuff. Also inserting pictures, which we will do a little later. Alright, so we'll save that, and we'll go on to the next thing, which is editing the sidebar. We're going to go down here, click Edit Sidebar. It's at the bottom of the sidebar. It actually hides out a little bit, and you're going to come to this page now. If you remember our site, there are a couple parts of it. You have the navigation, which is all the links that link us to the other pages of our website. We're going to edit that real quick, and basically the title, we're just going to change it from Browse Our Site to, we're just going to change it to Links, and we will hit OK, and that will automatically change that. The countdown, we're not really sure what that was for, so we're just going to delete that, and we're also going to we'll edit this little bit of text at the bottom, which was that picture. We will delete that picture, and we will put in just some more text over there that says, make sure to study. Just a little reminder for the students, and then we will go to the bottom and hit OK. We can preview that, all the changes that we have made right there, to the sidebar by hitting the preview button, and there it is on the side. There's our note, make sure to study, and our links as we change that. So we'll get rid of that, and we will hit save, and your changes have been saved. Now when you want to go back to your site, we will go and hit the Classroom 215HS at the top, and that will take us back to the workable picture of our classroom. If you want to make other changes, we can go up here and under the More button. And now this is a whole bunch of different things that we can do, from changing the templates to other actions, including the main toolbar of our site, which is Manage Site. So we'll click that, and that'll actually take us back to where we just were, where we've managed the links. This can change anything. If you want to describe your site, this is how people will search for your site. It also shows us things such as how much storage. Google allows us 100 megabytes, and we've only used 1%, a very small bit of the total amount of space that we were used. You can also do different things, including delete your site, is right here. You can also change the color, fonts of the whole overall site, and also the themes of the site. And you play around with all that stuff. Let's say we wanted to change it to, say, a little bit of red, and that'll just change the background. Now we have a picture of corkboard, so it's really a custom, which is really nice. So we are actually going to leave it as blank. Take that out of there, and we won't save, so we'll cancel that. But you can change the color of all of that stuff, and you're going to want to play around with that. Let's say that I am here and I want to add a page to my site. I'm going to go to this page looking thing up here where it says new page. I will click on that, and that will bring me to this thing where I will name my new page, and we are going to name this our class search. And where this is going to come into play, and we're actually going to use this a little later, but that's what we're going to name it for now, and you'll see that a little later. We're going to select the template to use for this separate page, we'll just use web page and put page at the top. Instead of under home, it will not be a sub page, it will just be a regular page. And we'll hit create. And now you look and see, there it is, class search, and we're actually at that page already. Oh, I accidentally hit off it, but we'll go back to that page, we'll go to class search, and here we are, and it is ready. Once we hit this thing to edit, and we will say SO search, and that will help us search, and we'll just leave that blank for now, and we will use the Google search, custom search later on, and we'll incorporate that into our page right there. So we'll save that, and we should be all good. We'll do one more thing over here, and that's the activities. Let's say we want to go to this page and we want to edit this page specifically. We will edit page, and we're just going to delete everything here, and including, we're going to delete this calendar, but we will show you later on how we can use that. We're going to write this calendar because we're going to use that Google Calendar later on in a different tutorial. Okay, so we're going to save that, and finally the last thing we're going to do is make sure we share it and share our web page. We'll go to this upper right hand corner and hit share. This is going to make anybody on the internet being able to access our site, and we'll hit share, and our website is now good to go, and we are ready to go. There's our link, so if we ever want to copy it and paste it somewhere, we can do that. So we're going to copy this, right click it, hit copy, and we will go just back to Google. And now if you look at the upper URL bar, we will highlight the entire Google, we will right click it, hit paste, and that will be our site. We'll hit enter, and that should take us directly to our site, and there it is. That's just the basic stuff that you can do with the Google Sites, just editing a page, creating new pages, and managing and playing around with some of the different aspects of your page. That ends the first tutorial. Join us again. We're going to go over different things such as the custom search and also the Google Calendar, and we're going to show you how to incorporate them into your web page. Thank you very much.